Hello and welcome back to chapter 2, lecture number 10. So we created this rough shape of the cube and I like to modify it so we add holes in it. And yes, I will show you how we're going to do that. The solution that works out the best for me is by extruding some of the faces and pushing them down in the cube. So for this, I will switch to the face mode, yes, and we start with adding one hole on the top side. So I already showed you the extrude by pressing E, but what we want to do right now is insert a face. So we press I and we move the mouse, and you can see there is an extra face inside of the cube. So we release this face, and I like to give this a value. So when we're going to add more holes, all the inserted faces have the same size. So we click this file. You can see my my screencast is in front of it. The thickness is 0.04. This solution worked out for me pretty well. So I tried multiple values and this one was good for me. And I like to continue with adding all the holes on each side. So let's say we do one more together, and then you can continue this by yourself. So let's try the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will make an insert for these 4, and then after that one I will select these, or else it will interfere. So I press I and I go through this thickness 0.04, then I select these I and 0.04. Okay, so now you can do this on each side. So I will pause the video and you can do this yourself. So you can make this tree, scale it 0.04 and so on. So I will pause it and see you back in a second. All right, so I added all the inserted faces in the cube, and I like to go to the next step, and that is pushing them inwards in the cube. So that will go a little different than inserting face. So we start with the top. That's the best. We press right mouse button. You can see insert face, and now I like to poke face. We click it, and because I already worked on this cube, it has the value of -0.2. If you have a different value, make this -0.02, because that one works the best. And we can now select all of these, and what it will do, it will make a sort of a triangle from the face, so it will split up and it pushes inwards, because you cannot push one face inwards. That will not work out if we continue. So we have these 5 selected. I press right mouse and poke face, and it's done. And we continue by selecting all of them. That's the fastest way. These 6, that one, that should do. We press right mouse, poke face, and they are all set. Cool. So it looks a little like a dice, but it's still very rough. And if you imagine a real dice, that will look way smoother. So there is a way in Blender to do this very easily, and that is by using a modifier. And I mentioned modifiers in an earlier lecture, and now we're going to use one. So we go to this wrench and add modifier, and there are a lot of them, and we will use the boolean a lot in the course. We will use the displacement, the subdivision surface, the mirror, but right now, to smooth out the cube, I like to start with subdivision surface. All right, as you can see, this dice immediately transforms in a good-looking cube. So we smooth out it a little, and we increase the amount of subdivision. So 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, it looks super smooth and exactly how I want to see this dice. So with just a couple of simple steps, you can create such results. So in the following lecture, I like to add material. So we're going to add a color on the main dice and a different color on the holes. So that will be pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this lecture and see you in the next one. Bye bye.